Alright, this is an implicit differentiation problem. Why is it implicit differentiation? Because we have x's and y's on both sides of the equation. Normally we have y equals something, and because we don't, this is going to require implicit differentiation. The steps for which are over here, but keep in mind the most important rule is that the derivative of y, every time I take the derivative of y, I tack on a dy dx. Let's get started. I'm going to follow these rules over here to the right as I do this problem. So I'm going to take the derivative of both sides. Right off the bat, we have to use a product rule because we have y times ln of x. Taking the derivative of y times ln of x, I'm going to take the derivative of y, that's going to give me dy dx, as I just said, leaving the ln of x alone. Then I'm going to say, leave the y alone, and take the derivative of ln of x. The derivative of ln of x is 1 over x. The derivative of negative y squared would be negative 2y, and again, because I took the derivative of y, I tack on a dy dx. And lastly, equals, the derivative of 4x on the right-hand side is just 4. Okay, I have a bunch of terms here, some that have dy dx in them, some that don't, but that's the next step. Step 2 is to get all the terms that have dy dx to one side, all the terms that don't on the other. So this term's going to stay, and this term's going to stay, but I am going to subtract that y times 1 over x to the right-hand side. So I'm going to be left with, let's say ln of x times dy dx minus 2y times dy dx equals 4 minus y over x. Okay. Now that all the terms that have a dy dx are on one side, I can factor out that dy dx from both terms. This is going to give me dy dx times ln of x minus 2y equals 4 minus y over x. Before I go on and divide both sides by ln of x minus 2y so as to isolate dy dx, I'm going to simplify this right-hand side. I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to get a common denominator. If I do that, this 4 picks up an x that it's missing, giving me 4x minus y all over x on that right-hand side. Okay, now if I'm going to divide both sides by ln of x minus 2y, that's going to put this chunk of terms here in this parentheses down here, downstairs with the x. So it's going to give me dy dx equals 4x minus y all divided by x times ln of x minus 2y, and if I want to, I can distribute the x to the inside to give me 4x minus y over x ln x minus 2xy.